Hello, welcome back to the channel. I'm so excited to be here with y'all today. It's just gonna be a little chatty chat. As you can tell by the title, we're talking about how rock bottom is the best place to be, girl. First of all, jumping right into it, I'm at a rock bottom. I am at a rock bottom right now. And I know what you're thinking. You're probably like, but DeJhauna, like, you seem like you're doing so well. You look so joyful and happy. Do I? I don't even have makeup on today. I'm here with you and no makeup. That doesn't really bother me. But anyways, yeah, I know what you're thinking. Like, it doesn't look like you're at rock bottom. A lot of times when you're at rock bottom, it's probably not going to look like you're at rock bottom. Think about that. You know what? Think about that, okay? And when I really realized I was at rock bottom, I had to also sit down and realize, what type of rock bottom am I at? Because I have had several rock bottom moments in my life. And it really dawned on me that every rock bottom isn't the same. They're not made equally, okay? And in my instance particular, being very vulnerable with y'all, I am at a financial rock bottom. I'm very much at a financial rock bottom. Like, I am the brokest, is that a word? I'm the brokest I have ever been. And I say that very loosely because I don't identify as someone who like doesn't have what she needs, can't pay their bills, can't, go to the grocery store or anything like that. But I'm definitely the most broke I have ever been in life. And outside of being a child when I absolutely had no money of my own, but that's neither here nor there. Anyways, and just in a very financial destitute space that I have never been in. And when I have been in other rock bottoms, I've had an emotional rock bottom, I've had physical rock bottoms, and I've had mental rock bottoms. I've had occupational rock bottoms. Like, if we go through the 8 dimensions of wellness, then I'll link a article or something to the 8 dimensions of wellness, because I apply that to like any situation in my life and a lot of things. There's different rock bottoms, and and it took me a while to recognize that I was at rock bottom, because I'm like, but I feel so at peace, but I'm trusting God, but I actually feel good. Like, I really was having these conversations of, I'm not unhappy. So if I'm not unhappy, if I'm not sad, if I'm not this, then what am I? I'm at peace. I'm content. I'm joyful. But also there's this whole other circumstance of the situation of my finances going on, like, right adjacent to me, where it's like, but the circumstance tells me I should be this and this and this and this and this. And so it was like, well, what if I'm just at a financial rock bottom? I've already had my emotional rock bottom. I've already had my physical rock bottom. And the best thing about being at rock bottom is, once you at the bottom, girl, you can only go up. Like, you honestly can't go any lower than you already are. So that's why I love being at rock bottom. But it took me a while to even admit and to accept that I was actually at rock bottom. And so today I just want to talk to you about the importance of, one, allowing yourself to get to rock bottom, and how to then, go up from there. Because while I have never gone up from a financial rock bottom, I have gone up from a physical rock bottom. I have gone up from a mental rock bottom. I have gone up from a emotional rock bottom, and I have bettered myself 100,000 times more than I was ever prior to, or when I was at that rock bottom. And so I can only apply what I have known in those dimensions of, a physical rock bottom, of an emotional rock bottom, to the rock bottom I am currently at now financially. The first thing I want to say is, accept the rock bottom that you're at. Like, and what I was saying at the beginning of this, it's probably not going to look like what you think it looks like. Because even I look back to when I was in an emotional rock bottom, baby, everything was taken care of. On the outside, everything was great. I had all my needs being met. I had all the things, and I've never had to go without. And so that a lot of times I think we imagine being at rock bottom as this completely destitute rags place that you're in, just like the very worst state that you can be in, being homeless maybe, or being without something that's very important to you. But a lot of times it's not that. And so when I was at an emotional rock bottom, I had everything I wanted. I had everything I wanted in life and everything others had told me I should want. And when I say others, I just mean society, but I had everything. I was lacking for nothing. On paper, everything was great, but emotionally, your girl was tore up. Your girl was really tore up. And so when I recognized, it actually wasn't until I was in the depths of the rock bottom. And a lot of times that's kind of how it happens. I'm in the depths of the rock bottom right now. And I was like, hold on, girl. Hold on. We're actually at rock bottom. Like, it has taken me some time to recognize that's where we at, girl. That's where we're at. Okay. But when I was at an emotional rock bottom, it took me some time as well. I was in the depths of that rock bottom. I was at the bottom. I was living there. I was making it my home. Me and rock bottom were getting real chummy. And I remember the video I had seen talking about rock bottom that I watched, and I was like, that's where I am. That's where I am. So what do I do? How do I get up out of here? Because I don't want to be here. Like, a lot of times we end up in rock bottom, and usually it looks like you being in a space, not necessarily physically, but it could be physically, but you being in a space that you don't want to be in, but you honestly don't know what to do to get out of it. Even if you have the resources, even if you have, the knowledge and the know-how, and you're a very smart person, sometimes we get to rock bottom and we just are like, I don't really know what to do, girl. I don't know what to do. What to do next? How do I get up out of here? The only thing I have ever learned from getting out of rock bottom is you have to lean into your faith. You have to lean into your faith. When I was at an emotional rock bottom, when I was even at a physical rock bottom, I leaned into my faith. I remember in each and every one of those moments, I literally said, I don't know how to get up out of here. So like, yo, God, I need you to help me. And at these moments, I was not as trusting in God as I am today. And I was not as faithful to my faith as I am today. And I didn't have the relationship with God that I had today. So don't sit there and think that, well, I don't have a connection to God. Well, I don't talk to God. Well, I don't read my Bible. Well, I don't believe in God. Listen, God believes in you. Okay. But anyways, call on your faith. Call on God, and God is going to show you the way every single time. Ooh, it's making me real emotional. Every single time though, every single time God is going to show you the way. And so, I remember being at my physical rock bottom. I was there for a while, y'all. It's not funny, but it's funny. And, I remember being at that physical rock bottom and just being so overweight and so unhappy with myself physically, and just even looking in the mirror and just the way I was just showing up on my day-to-day life. And the trainer that I ended up finding, actually this happened twice, because like I said, I was in a physical rock bottom for several years. And the first trainer I had no idea who this woman was. And I can honestly say God sent her to me. And then even the second trainer that I had no idea who that person was, had never met them. And even the way that I came across their information it had to be God. It had to be. And in both of those moments, it was just like, I don't know what to do about being fat. I don't know what to do about losing all this weight. I don't know how to lose all this weight. And the how came to me. And when I was at an emotional rock bottom, I remember just thinking, I don't know how to get out of this space. I don't know how to be happy again. I don't know how to elevate myself again to feeling good again. I literally do not know how. And then not even maybe a day later or so, I found the video about being at rock bottom. That transpired into a whole season of personal development for me, and emotional development and emotional intelligence development for me. And so that is how, one, you're at rock bottom, but two, how you can begin to get out of your rock bottom. And I say begin to get out of, because it's not like you're going to wake up and be like, oh, darn, we hit it, girl. We hit rock bottom. All right, let's get up on out of here. Like, and then, 2-3 days from then, you're going to be up out your rock bottom. Honestly, no, that's not really how it happens. That's not how it has happened for me anytime. It's like I realized I was at the rock bottom, and then I began to say, well, I really don't know how. I accepted it. And then I began to say, well, I really don't know how to get up out of here. And then the answer came. And then I started to apply the answer. And then I started to doubt the answer. And then, it's a whole thing. We could probably really just skip the doubting phase. And I think I'll skip that phase right now. So as to right now, how and why I'm at rock bottom, actually, how is really irrelevant. But the only thing that I have been doing is basically asking God, God, I don't know how to get out of here. I don't know what we got to do, girl. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, girl. And every single, how and what's next, the answer comes to me from something else, something I may have previously read, previously heard, previously looked into. Someone gives the information to me, whatever. But that is how you begin to get out of rock bottom. I do not believe one can exit their phase of rock bottom without calling on their faith, without calling on God. Because when you are at such a destitute moment of being on the floor, whatever that floor may be for you, how you gonna pick yourself up? That's like you broke, rock bottom is basically like you broke both of your legs. So if you broke both of your legs, do you think you're just gonna start walking if you don't go to the doctor? Do you think you're just going to start walking if you don't go get some assistance? And that is what it's like when you're at rock bottom. Do you think you're just going to get up and become a better version of yourself, become emotionally intelligent, become mentally stable, become financially stable, become, physically fit and all of that without any assistance? BFFR. Okay. So you have to basically surrender, accept and surrender and tell God, you don't know how you gonna get up out of here, girl. Send me the answer, because I don't have the answer. You can go and try to find the answer. You can go and try to seek out the answer yourself. But I am guaranteeing you right now, your answer is probably putting you in a deeper and deeper rock bottom. Because the thing about being at rock bottom is, again, how you gonna fix your legs if you don't know how to walk? By yourself. BFFR. Like, seriously, BFFR, because it's just not going to happen. And again, you can try to find your own solutions, but in my own personal experience, every solution that I have tried to do on my own has failed. So when I was at a physical rock bottom, I tried to do the diets, the healthy eating, the workouts, the whatever I was doing. And maybe I would do it for a few weeks, for a month, maybe even 2 months. Actually, who am I kidding? I never did anything for 2 months. But maybe I would do it for a few weeks. Maybe I would get to a month. And then I would slide back down to rock bottom. And not even that I would slide back down, but when you're at rock bottom and you try to work through it with your own solution, you are crawling. And so when you call out to God for assistance, when you say, actually, how do I do this? God, man upstairs, Heavenly Father, whatever you want to say, how we get up out this? I do not know how. Whatever I am doing, it ain't working, girl. That's how I be talking to God. Whatever I am doing, it's not working. So like, how do we get up out of here? And I'm telling you, that answer is going to come. That answer is going to come. And like I said before, if you're sitting here watching this video and you're at a rock bottom and you're like, well, I don't even believe in God. God believes in you. So call on him anyways. Okay. Seriously, call on God anyways, because God believes in you. And when you're at rock bottom and you try to find your own solutions, you already don't believe in yourself. Imagine that. How did you get to rock bottom if you believed in yourself? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Okay. So if you're trying to work through your rock bottom and get up out of your situation with your non-belief in self, how you think that's going to work? How you think that's going to work? Okay. So you already don't believe in yourself. And now you're trying to help yourself with your non-belief in self. Girl, You have to reach outside of you so far to say, I don't even believe in myself right now, but I maybe will believe in this other thing all the way over there. I maybe will believe in this other thing all the way up there that's been recommended to me, that someone else is saying is the way to go, that someone else is saying worked for them, that someone else is saying has helped them. Anytime I've been in a rock bottom, the only way I got out of it was from listening to the thing that was sent to me, following the thing that was sent to me, and listening to others. There's a I don't know if this is an actual verse in the Bible, but there's like a saying in a lot of like Christian spirituality things, but basically like your answer, God will give you the answer through a person. And I have found that to be so very, very true in life. God has never given me an answer through myself. And in that saying, what that means is through a person is maybe it's a book. A person had to write that book. We in the age of AI now, so beware. All my answers came through a person. When I was at an emotional rock bottom, my answer came through another YouTuber. When I was at a physical rock bottom, my answer came through some random girl that I had met maybe twice, and I was following her, and she was talking about her results with this trainer she had worked with. And I was like, I want to work with him. And then lo and behold, I think like I signed up with him maybe a week later. But never have I again gone out to seek an answer on my own accord with my own devices, found that answer, and that answer worked. Because guess what? The answer came through me. The answer coming through you, it ain't gonna work, girl. It ain't gonna work. So don't also go seek out the answer. If you're in a space of rock bottom, it sounds very counterintuitive to like not go out and seek the answer and not go out and find the answer, but also like there's a level of not forcing. There's a level of not forcing when you recognize you're at a rock bottom. And so anytime I've been at a rock bottom, I have been actionable in recognizing that I am at rock bottom and I want to do something about it, but I wasn't effectively like every single moment of the day, how do I fix this? How do I get out of this? It was just how do I get out of this? A constant, I don't know what to do. How do I get out of this? Maybe I would look a few things up. But anyways, that's how you get out of rock bottom. If you're at a rock bottom, one, I want you to know that you can get up out of it. You will get up out of it. I have never stayed in a rock bottom. If you've been at rock bottom for several years, you can get up out of it. There have been a lot of times where I was at rock bottom for years, and I'm not anymore. If you would like to chat about what you can do to get out of your rock bottom, feel free to send me a message on Instagram. I will link my Instagram here, down there. I don't know. Y'all, I'm getting back into this YouTube thing. Like, honestly, I'm really happy to be here with y'all, and I'm very excited for whatever is to come. But like, I don't be knowing where the buttons be at, girl. Okay. Anyways, send me a message on Instagram if you have questions about, where you're at rock bottom, how you can get out of your situation, or what your next steps need to be in your situation, or if you just need someone to chat with. Honestly, I would love to chat with you, girl. Or man, I don't know. If there's men watching me, send me a message too. Send me a message about rock bottom. Don't get this confused now. Don't get this confused, girl. Boy. But yeah, send me a message on Instagram and we can chat through it, because rock bottom is also a really lonely place. I've never been in rock bottom where I felt like, oh, I've got so many people around me that can help. Even if I do have people around me, I think it's a very isolating place. And even where I'm at now, and knowing that I'm at rock bottom, like, yes, like I have a great, I have a community, I have a network, but also like it's a very isolating place, because ultimately you are the only one who can get yourself out of rock bottom. Like, you can go to others for assistance and you can ask people for information or for advice and such, but ultimately, like, no one else can actually do the work. No one else can really give you the answer. The answer is going to come from God. It's going to come through another person, but you have to have done that ask of, yo, God, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I've tried the things and the things ain't thinking. Okay, so yeah, what needs to happen next? I am famished. I am out of words. But and then the answer will come to you. But it is a very lonely and isolating place, and as many times as I have been in rock bottom, the isolation is always unfamiliar and recognizable at the same time, but it's also very much humbling, I guess. And even in this experience that I'm in right now, it's been very humbling and just like, wow, like we are here again. We are here again. Hello, rock bottom. What's up, girl? What's up? And if this is your first time recognizing that you are at a rock bottom, but embrace it and recognize that if you're at rock bottom, you are at the right place, because the only other place you can go from there is up, girl. You really can't go no further than where you're at. You really can't. So I hope that really encourages you all today. As always, I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.